And welcome back to episode 135 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host. He holding up them eights. We'll call him Malcolm Easy Street King.
Okay.
How about that? We'll give him Easy Street just because he holding them eights up. We also got my guys in the building. What's happening? I got my guy CT. Early bird catches the worm. He's very early this evening. And my guy Q McLeod. What's popping with y'all?
Q, you on mute?
No, Q just held up his cup. Cheers.
Oh, okay.
Cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
I know that's right.
Oh, my bad. Cheers.
But we in this bitch here to talk another one, and I apologize to my shower heads. I'm dropping the ball early, fumble on the play, Jalen Hurts. You like how I threw that in there?
Get out of here.
Yeah, definitely got that fumble last week. But I did not update the title of the show, so that will be done post. We'll do that in post. We'll call it post, like we know what we talking about around here. But we here to talk football, ladies and gentlemen. Where y'all want to start it off?
Yeah, what you got, Q?
I was just saying,
I'm looking at a quote made by Tua. He affirmed that the Dolphins have high hopes, and he is quote unquote stated saying, "We are not afraid to talk about Super Bowls here."
Oh, that was last week.
That was a couple days ago.
Okay. Man, well, let's talk about that game then. Let's talk about it. Tua did look incredible. I will add. Well, let me first say, both quarterbacks looked incredible.
Oh yeah.
Tua and
Yes.
Justin Fields
Yes.
both looked incredible. But just to run down some stats, Tua threw 70% completion, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 135.7 rating. That's impressive. That's very fucking impressive. I'm not gonna lie about that. That did impress me. But I do got a curveball to throw you, Q. Justin Fields, 60.7%, 123 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 106.7 QBR. But might I add that he also rushed 15 attempts, 178 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, and a 61 long.
Yeah. He did.
That's ridiculous. Like those numbers sound like a Lamar Jackson game. Well,
That
I'll
was a
say
showcase
early
of
Lamar
his talent.
game.
That was talent.
Right. It was. I was impressed.
He did some good film study. He knew if Jalen Phillips was on that outside when he ran his read play, I'm going. He can't beat me. He knew if he escaped out the pocket where to go because we have a depleted secondary. All he had to do is make it to the second level.
Right.
And he did an amazing job hitting them gaps.
Man.
Waiting for it to open up. That boy was nasty.
It
He
looked
used
like
his talent.
Right. It looked like he's one of them players that looked like they just running so nonchalantly. Like it's not slow. It's more like they're not in that gear, right? But they are burning everybody on the field. Like when he was running, like you said, to the outside to beat that I don't know if it was it a linebacker or was it y'all's corner?
It was
might have been
I call him a defensive end.
Okay. But yeah, every time he would make that run, it did not look like he was digging his cleats in the dirt. He was just calmly skipping along the field, but he was making up so much ground. That 61-yard touchdown run. He ran it up the middle, and it looked like he had not kicked it into fifth gear, but he was burning everyone.
Hey, that boy got talent.
Yeah, I was impressed by that. That was my first year watching him play, in a game. Because, last year was on and off. I felt like they didn't give him an opportunity to catch his rhythm. And I don't think that they should have. I think that they should have gave Dalton a lot of those snaps until, closer to the end of that season. Till his confidence was up to take over. But I feel like putting him in, taking him out, that fucked him up. This season is one where he knows he has that team, and I think he's starting to get the confidence. That's all I can say about that, because I was definitely impressed with that. I do think it was a great game. They was bullying your boy Xavier Howard, boy. They was bullying him. They was running that tight end out. They would run that tight end out, tight end flag. And every time he would catch it, and that motherfucker was lowering his shoulder like somebody said, run him over every chance you get. They was running his ass. Like it looked like somebody said, go right at him.
But that's how you play football.
Exactly. You are right.
When you get a chance to hit him.
And that motherfucker was trying to go low, too. He just wasn't getting low enough. They was trucking his ass, I ain't gonna lie. I was looking like, damn, why y'all doing my nigga like that? And every time he was on the island and it would just be him and the tight end. Shit was tough. But the curveball, I did want to say, I saw some things that made me feel like they gifted y'all that victory. I did.
You can't give Tyreek Hill 143 yards on 7 catches and a touchdown. Right. You can't give Jalen Waddle 5 catches, 85 yards. You can't give Jeff Wilson, 51 yards
He
rushing.
came through. He came
3
through
catches,
for y'all
21 yards, and a touchdown.
in his Dolphins debut.
Come on, man.
He came through for y'all.
You ain't give us nothing.
Nah,
Look
they
what
did.
Tua
Though.
did.
I don't
They
give a
ain't
fuck.
give us
What?
shit.
I don't give a no. They didn't give you nothing. Well, they might have given it to you.
No.
They might have wrapped it up in a bow and given it to you, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because that pass interference call on that Waddle streak did not happen. There was no pass interference there. That was not a pass interference. Now, on the other hand, your boy down at the 20-yard line, when they was making their last little run, that was very clearly a pass interference. He pulled him back before he could even get his hands up to catch the ball. And I'm looking like no call there.
Hey, in my best time, Brady, we don't throw the flag.
Well, who paid the motherfucker that throws the flags? I feel like he might have had money on that game because I was like, oh my fucking gosh, I can't believe they ain't called that pass. And he was standing right there with his fucking hands on his thighs watching the play. Happened right in front of him. No penalty. Incomplete. We're all good here. I don't know what y'all saw. Even the commentators were running it back like, I don't know what's going on here.
Hey. New Jersey ain't catch that one.
And then the crazy thing about it, that's why I said somebody gifted y'all that, because that was...
Ain't nobody give us nothing. It went the way it was supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Why prolong it? You know what I mean? They knew they were going to lose. So why prolong it? It's just over.
They don't review it in the booth right until 2 minutes.
I don't think pass interference is reviewable anymore, so it don't matter.
I thought that was the whole point of having the eye in the sky, the people out in
Nah, not on the pass interference anymore. They tried that, didn't work. No.
Man, that's crazy though. I don't care what it is. That is crazy. And motherfuckers are gonna be talking about that.
What y'all talking about? We won 35-32. Tua played awesome. Headline.
Whole team played awesome. I'm not gonna doubt y'all that. I'm just saying I was shocked at the fact Chicago played just as awesome, and it took the Dolphins to get some.
Chicago ain't play like nothing. Justin Fields played.
You right? No, Chicago's defense was showing up. Defense was showing up.
Nah, because at no point besides when it was 10-7 in the first quarter did the Chicago get a lead, because we made sure we kept a 2-score deficit throughout the entire game.
Right. No, you are correct. Oh, and we didn't state for the showerheads out there that was a 35-32 victory. So if that zebra would have got his fucking call right and called that pass interference on that 20-yard line, that would have put them on the 5. That means even if y'all could stop them in the 3 plays, they got a field goal to tie it up and at least push the overtime. And you're not Chicago got Fields inside it on the 5-yard line.
Chicago got too much nuts to go into overtime.
What you mean? Oh, you think they would have?
They run 4 down.
Even on the 4th, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, they got nuts over there.
But I would rather. I'm not even a Chicago fan, and I would have rather them lose like that than like that. Because it almost felt like you damn near did everything you could do right, especially in that last drive. And it was just that one play call.
I mean, we had a bad pass interference call that led to a touchdown early.
It was some bad calls across the game. I'm not going to lie. But those two just stood out to me. And I understood it. You know what I mean? Like the one with Waddle, I understood them calling pass interference. Like you couldn't really just be like, that was an awful call. It was a bad call, but it wasn't an awful call because contact was made before the ball got to the receiver's hands. But at the same time, if you look at the replay, the receiver or the DB was looking back at the ball trying to get to it. He was just out of position and fell into the receiver. So technically that wasn't a pass interference. Because it wasn't like he made impact while he was looking at the receiver. If you're going for the ball, it's cool.
I don't know. That's a big moment for an official. So
It is.
Ain't
It
no
is.
telling.
But
Ain't
that's
no.
why you have what? Fucking 4 of them, 3 of them. That's what they're there for. That's what they're there for.
Big moment, man. He was watching the game. He won't worry about that.
Now, Cuz over there on the sideline, damn, I can't even think. I can't even think of the dude that got the pass interference. No. Who's y'all's cornerbacks? Is it like Crossing or something?
Yeah, Crossing is one. Yeah.
Him. That's the one then.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that. Listen, you right. Yeah, I mean, they're not in charge. They're not in charge of who throws the flag. But I'm not saying that don't mean that you didn't pay the motherfucker that throws the flag. That shit was pretty ridiculous there. But it was a good game. It was a good game. We'll move on though.
Serious allegations coming from the Raider camp.
Listen, let's get into that Raider camp. Let's get into that Raider camp. Raiders fall to the Jags, 20-27. Malk, you did get that spread on that game as well, by the way. I know you asked me that.
Yep. I knew it.
And Trevor Lawrence was lighting shit up.
Man.
Lighting shit up. 80.6 completion percentage, 235 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. 109.0 rating. Man.
Cute numbers.
I mean, they all right. They all right. But what impresses me about them is you doing that on the team you play for. And I'm not saying that the Jags don't have any weapons. I'm just saying historically that's another team that shits the bed, makes bad decisions, bad things happen. Even when they had what's his name, Brunell and Taylor. And they had a shot at the getting deep into the playoffs that year, shit the bed. That's always what they do. And for the Jags to stand up, they showed they nuts in that game, I think. Everybody saw the opportunity to take them out, and the motherfuckers took it. But what I find crazy about the game is they were saying that, well, first and foremost, this is the third game where Las Vegas has blown at least a 17-point lead. So they had a 20-point lead against Arizona. They had a 17-point lead against Kansas City, the Chiefs, and then they had that 17-point lead against Jacksonville. Now, they said coming into this season, the 22 season, that the Raiders had won 52 out of 54 games where they led by at least 17 since the date of 2000. So that means you matched and have exceeded those numbers. You matched and exceeded those numbers from 22 years ago in one season with who you call, I mean, I still believe he is. It's just not the season to display it. The best wide receiver in the league.
You said who's the best wide receiver in the league? Devontae Adams?
Yeah. He still is. It's just this season. You said what, CT?
He had a great game.
Oh, yeah. He had a great game that game. 10 receptions, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns. And that was had a 38 yard long on that. He did have a great game. I'm just saying, if you had somebody better getting it to him. I feel like he'd have had a lot more of them because, mind you, he's coming off of last week where that was the week where he was 1 reception for 3 yards.
Yep.
I kind of want to know what he said to who after that game.
He was sick.
Like, fuck this shit, Carr. I don't give a fuck if you got to throw it to me every fucking play. I better get my touches. I'm sick of it. Because you can't go from 1 reception, 3 yards one game to 10 receptions, 146 and 2 touchdowns without something being said.
I think he was kind of sick too. I don't know if that played a part, but
yeah, I think we did talk about that last week. I don't know either. I don't know if that's worth giving him. I don't know if you should give it. I don't know. Nigga, if you out there, you play.
yeah.
Right?
Sure.
You can't be out there with your blanket talking about, but I'm sick, coach. Nah, nigga, if you gonna suit up, get out there and play. But he also, I don't know what you got. You said, what'd you say, Q? You said, what'd you say? Shocking words by Davante Adams or something like that? You on mute.
My bad. Nah, I ain't say that.
Okay. Well, I thought I heard something before we started talking about the Raiders, but the reason why
he ain't the best receiver in the league.
Who is?
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I agree on that. Not what you say.
Leading in receptions and yards.
That's a fact, Jack.
Over 1,100 yards right now.
No, I give you that. He is leading in that. I give you that. But
okay, all right. Bet.
If I had to pick between the two, I want Tyreek. Just off of speed alone. I'm not saying it's all Tyreek has, just off of the speed alone.
Yeah, no. I'm still
and them hands for show.
Right.
You don't see a game like down in New Orleans where he dropped all them damn balls.
He can catch. For a little bit, he can catch.
Nah, he can catch.
He can take hits too.
Nah, he can catch. I think it's a new season. I think that, like I said, this isn't the best season for Davante to show how good he is, because it is, like Malk says all the time, it is a what have you done lately thing. You know what I'm saying?
So you putting it on number 4. That's what you're doing.
I am. I'm putting it on number 4. I'm putting it on Josh McDaniels. I'm putting it on everybody. Because he's showing up. He's doing what he's doing. Like you said, there has been a couple drops, but he's showing up. He's out there. Why can't you get him the ball? It's the one reason I said that I don't think it's going to work out the way everybody believes, because Carr's not good enough to get him the ball. But leading to what I was saying is he had a conversation, and this is per ESPN.com. And I'll read this little caption down to his, his quote. It says, "And we got Britt in the building with baby shower head."
Hey.
What's going on? But it said, per ESPN.com, and while defensive end, this is in reference to the loss to the Jaguars, and while defensive end Max Crosby had no idea if there was a silver lining in the defeat, slot wide receiver Hunter Renfrow said the goal was not to walk around like it's a funeral and stay positive. Quarterback Derek Carr preferred to keep his most private thoughts to himself, while wide receiver Davante Adams spoke freely. "There's no reason why we should be losing games like this, and it's frustrating," Adams said in the locker room after a lengthy talk with Carr. "If we played for a shitty team, then it's one thing, but that's not what it is." So these are his words now.
What is it then, Davante? I need to know. What is it?
I mean, but I agree to an extent. It's not like your team is shitty.
But say what it is, though.
Right. No, right. Right. And that's why I wanted to read the full paragraph, right? Because I asked what did he have to say to get him to get targeted like that. And mind you, this is after the game. He did his thing. But to have another lengthy conversation with Carr to the point that the reporter has to wait for y'all to complete your conversation before he can get his questions answered, I don't necessarily think that would have been about the defense. You know what I mean?
It's so hard. I mean, of course, I don't think he would have a lengthy conversation about the defense, but I am very curious what he thinks the issue is. Is he saying that it's Carr? Or is he saying it's coaching? Like, I'm very curious as to what his take is.
I mean, I really do. I think it's both. I think it's both. I think it's Josh McDaniels and I think it's Carr. And right before you hopped on, the topic of conversation was we were saying, well, Q and Malk were saying that they both think that Tyreek Hill is the best quarterback in the league.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver in the league. And while he is, putting up stats, definitely leading in reception yards, I can't help but feel like this is a situation where you so happen to fall into the better situation than him, which is why you're performing.
Wait, say that again. Who fell into the better situation than him?
Tyreek Hill. I feel like Tyreek Hill going to Miami was a better situation than Carr going to, than Adams going to the Raiders. And the only reason why I say that, and I remember what I said, I don't think Tua is going to be able to get him the ball. I was wrong completely. It's very clear that Tua can get him the ball. But I also said I don't think Carr can get Adams the ball. So I'm 50-50 right now, and I'll take that.
Well, he's getting Adams the ball.
Last game he did.
He's getting Adams the ball. I mean, he's definitely had some good games. He's still, a great receiver. Now, that game before where nobody scored, it was like nobody had any fantasy points.
Yeah, that one reception for 3 yards off of five targets, though, right? So just last week alone, you got hit 5 more times than you were even thrown to the week prior.
So Davante Adams said he wanted to be a Raider, correct? He asked to be traded to the Raiders, correct? He made it known that he wanted to play for the Las Vegas Raiders, right?
Right.
So we can't say, the better situation. He decided where
that
he
didn't have anything to do with anything because we know that the Lakers is a bad situation and LeBron chose to be there, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a bad situation. It's just a bad situation. It doesn't matter if he chose to go to that bad situation.
But you had an option, though, is my point. If you have an option to go wherever you want to go and you say, I want to go here, you make a bed, you got to lay in.
Right, you definitely have to lay in it. And I've always been an advocate of that. But my whole thing is football's not based upon your decision-making as well. It's based upon what you can do on the field. And if you're in a bad situation, then of course you're not going to be able to show what it is you can in fact do on the field.
I don't know. He showed us last week what he could do on the field.
And that's what I'm saying. But at this point, it's going to take a lot for him to catch up to Tyreek. But that doesn't mean that I believe that the stats alone prove who would be the best out of the two. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not doubting that Tyreek is not shitting on Davante Adams when it comes to stats. But that's also because I do believe that Tua has been playing exceptionally well, far above anybody's predictions other than Q. Even the mainstream analysts didn't have Tua doing well this season. He even said it in his practice camps. Like, it's going to take a lot for me to, get on their shit, but I'm on it. And
Well,
he was ready.
like I said last week, CT didn't believe in him. He had him on his fantasy football team. He let him go. Concussion situation started. I had the faith in him. I picked him up on the waivers when he was hurt because I knew he would come back busting. And
Wait, you let him go when he got injured, CT? When he had that little concussion?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's terrible. You think
I knew he was gonna be back though. I knew it was.
You got a hold on certain players.
Yeah.
I got Kyler Murray. I didn't need him. That was cool.
Man.
You got who?
Kyler Murray.
Man, those are interchangeable.
I wouldn't even say that right now.
And you got to think, why would you want somebody else to have him?
I would give Tua the edge right now over Kyler Murray.
I would definitely give Tua the edge over Kyler Murray by head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would too, but at the same time, I'm going to play them based off of who they're playing.
Right. Yeah. That's usually what I do as well.
I'm going to keep them, so I'm not giving somebody else 25 points.
Right.
It just sit on my bench.
Matter of fact, is that why Logan's not here this evening?
He said he's supposed to be on. I don't know where
he ain't here because he got shitted in fantasy by yours truly.
Right.
He thought Mixon's little 58 points was gonna get him the dub. Little did he know I got something up my sleeve.
Right, I seen that little slick little comeback.
My shoulder sleeves.
Mixon went off.
Crazy.
That was ridiculous.
Crazy.
He needed to though. He ain't really been doing nothing.
You right, and that's all you said. You took the words out of my mouth. That's something that doesn't happen throughout the season. You don't get that kind of mix. You don't get 22-point fantasy mixing consistently throughout the season. That was just one of them games.
It ain't gonna be consistent, but he definitely hasn't been playing as well as he has in the past.
He's at least a 15 a game guy.
Yeah, he should definitely be depending on your points.
Yeah, depending on right, but
5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he went to the Hall of Fame.
I ain't even see that coming though. I ain't even see that coming like that. Because they played the Panthers, right? I didn't think their run defense was that bad. Is it that bad?
Their offense is.
The offense is that bad.
I don't know.
They had to put Baker back in, so you know it's that bad.
Yeah.
Right. They was getting blown out when they put.
But I mean.
But technically they still, because by the time Baker came in, they ain't have nobody still in.
They was putting points on the board when he came in.
Yeah, PJ Walker, 3 for 10, 9 yards, 2 interceptions.
This is one of them situations. Killed. This might be the first I can recall. I don't know that it's the first ever where the opposite was true. Where the defense wore the offense out because they couldn't stay on the field. And the offense was like, God damn, we gotta snap a line up.
Yeah.
Can we get a few minutes?
Y'all turned the ball. He's like, you turned the ball over again. We gotta just take it from 20 on in.
Man.
That just played into Baker's fantasies of wanting to be the hero. At least I got us 2 touchdowns, guys.
Baker gonna start next week and be trash.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. And they play Atlanta. Yeah,
they play Atlanta?
Yeah, that's tomorrow's game.
Oh, that's Thursday's night game?
Uh-huh.
I would say Atlanta would win, but you never know.
The Panthers were supposed to win that last one, but DJ Moore.
They were supposed to win it against who? Not the Bengals.
Against the Falcons.
The Falcons.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
When DJ Moore took his helmet off.
That was that game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why are they playing so close to each other like that?
It's like a back-to-back.
Yeah, why are they doing that?
No, sometimes they set the season. I feel like that's how they did our division last year. They had us playing. It was like we played the Bengals. Everybody at the end of the year, and it was
y'all did have like one game in between. Yeah, you right. But yeah, that's on the pick'ems. We gonna talk about it. But moving on. Let's get to your Colts Patriots just because we can knock them out real quick.
Mm.
That was a
Jeff
good
Saturday.
win.
Let's say Jeff Saturday, the new coach of the Colts, out of nowhere.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, shit was
Hey man, they pissed they owner off. I just feel like I can feel his anger, like him firing everybody. Told what's he wasn't gonna ever play
Who?
again. Matt Ryan.
That was his choice
What you mean?
to pick him up.
I'm just saying, to tell somebody mid-season that they'll never play again, you don't know what type of injuries could happen. He's saying, like, it don't matter what happens, you will never play again.
That's his dumbass fault for picking him up.
He hot. That's all I'm saying. I just feel like he is steaming. Like, he did not think this season was getting ready to go like that.
And I know what Malcolm is gonna say. But I will say it until I'm blue in the face. To trade Carson Wentz and pick up a washed up Matt Ryan and expect any difference at all, you're plumb dumb insane.
I was with the owner. I didn't think he was going to play that bad. I just thought that his situation in Atlanta wasn't good. So he's, I'm like, oh, this would be a better situation for him.
Seen this shit coming a mile away.
Like T.Y. got hurt again, so I knew they see this gonna be done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but he ain't even the number one wide receiver. That Pittman guy is pretty much the number
one.
Nah.
Pittman.
No, I know. He's number one by name, but no, I agree with Britt on this. He's the one getting the most targets.
I mean, now, but yeah.
I think he surpassed him. I think he surpassed T.Y. I don't even think I think he's on his way out.
In the past 3 years, T.Y. can't stay on the field.
Right.
That's the thing. Yeah, he's been hurt every year.
Right. Yeah, that's tough. But 26-3.
No score. Another season. Another game where we don't let a touchdown get on the board. Yes, sir.
I mean,
you're giving your team.
But look who y'all doing it to, though, man. Come on now.
They would have scored on the Miami Dolphins.
Last time I checked, we whooped them.
But I said they would have scored on y'all though.
We did.
We're not giving up touchdowns.
I can't say nothing because the Patriots, I got their defense on my fantasy too, and I played them last week. They put up.
Oh, they got the number one defense.
25. They
Easy.
25 points. I said 20,
they got the number one fantasy.
25.
Easy. They got the number one defense in the league.
I was kind of upset that they was on bye week this week. Like, God dang. And I'm playing less too. Another one.
Nick Folk had like 18 in fantasy.
So, oh yeah, that's my kicker, man.
Nasty.
That's my kicker.
Yeah. But yeah, it ain't really much to go off of on that game. And it's crazy. Who scored all y'all's touchdowns?
I'll say Damian Harris didn't even play. Stevenson scored on a catch.
And then they had a pick six and a bunch of field
goals. Yeah, I did see the pick six.
A lot of field goals.
Yeah, a lot of field goals.
Let me ask you something. Why are you guys not using Hunter Henry?
I don't even know. Or Jonnu Smith. Like, I don't know. That shit weird. We don't even use Nelson Aguilar. He's like ghost out. He don't even. I'm like, he get one target a game. Like,
I thought they was high on him at least at the end of last
that's
season.
What I said. I don't even know how we be putting wins together, but we find our running and Damian Harris didn't even play. We find a way with the running backs. I don't know.
Aguilar was hot though.
When?
Right.
He was hot. the tail end with the Raiders. That's a fact. I can't.
Yeah.
I wasn't even a fan of
That's
his.
the only time he was hot.
And
Philly,
when he came into New England, it was he had like a 3-game stretch where it was like, okay. And
he had a game this
nothing
year where
since.
he had a game this year. I'm like, oh, is this is he going now? But never put it together.
Offense, man.
We got Bonnier too. We was about to trade him. I didn't even know that, but I guess he stayed around on the team. He don't be doing much. I don't know how we be putting wins together.
Nobody on y'all's offense can do much because, like,
it's really the defense, though, for real. If you think about it, and the field goals.
But y'all, listen, y'all third in y'all's division right now,
I
behind
know.
Buffalo and the Jets.
And the Jets just got a big. Well, we're gonna talk about that one. But
yeah, we definitely gonna give it that one. The only reason why I've been putting that off is because I'm waiting on Coach Mike because I want to hear his mouth and I want to shank him in the gut a few times with that loss. I was hoping Les would pop on driving in the car. That's why I was holding off on that.
Oh shit.
Well, let's get into the Eagles Texans. I know the Browns had a bye because they played last game was Bengals, right?
Yeah, we had a bye this week.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Eagles. They 8-0. What you got to say about it, Malk Easy Street King?
Man, get out of here. Defense just gotta step it up a little bit. I seen some of the highlights of that game and seen some of the errors on defense that I wasn't happy with. So they just got to tighten up on defense. Jalen Hurts did his thing, though, as always. Looking here, he was 77.8% completion.
243.
43 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, 128.9 QB rating.
Right. Right.
I mean,
that's impressive. Nah, I'm not going to lie.
I was playing the Texans.
Not that you all right. Who was 1-5-1 going into this game? Let's not get that twisted.
He had a 104.6 against the Cowboys a couple weeks ago.
That was Jalen Hurts' home.
He only played 2 teams of note, being the Cowboys and the Vikings. The Vikings win ends up being a little more impressive now because of what they've gone on to do since the loss. But I need to see more. You know what I'm saying? Y'all play Washington this week. Like, I need to see more because those are the only 2 teams that are above a 500 record. Your next closest one is the Commanders, who are currently 4-5. Everybody else 3-6. 2-7, shit like that. Like, it's like, I need to see more because what I think, and I'm not just trying to dig in on your squad because they're doing excellent once again, but what I think is happening, what's good, Mike Brown?
What's going on?
Michael Brown, let me correct myself.
Watch out, Cliff.
But what I was saying was, I think it's kind of lulling them into a false sense of reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are doing great. You're doing great. But the teams that you're playing, I need you to step up a bit more if you think you're going to be great. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it could just be a undefeated season and, once again, an early playoff exit.
So here's my thing, because they can't control their schedule. As players, they can't control it. So, I mean, in this particular case, I feel like they're doing what they're supposed to do. Focus on going undefeated. And then when we get to the playoffs, we'll worry about the playoffs.
Right. No, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. A lot of this is, again, me trying to shank Malk in the gut, even though I have no leg to stand on. You feel what I'm saying? Oh. But I do feel like, based on the schedule, Texans 1-6-1, Steelers 2-6, Lions 2-6, Jaguars 3-6. Like basically you're running scrimmages. Like, everybody's played football and they've played the team that you knew you was gonna smoke, and y'all was high on yourself, and then y'all played that one team and you was like, God damn, we barely made it past that. We ain't as good as we thought we was, y'all. And that's what I'm saying could be coming with the Eagles. Don't get me wrong. If my team can't make it and my team ain't gonna make it, I would love to see an underdog make it. I would not be mad if the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I would hate it for Malk's mouth. Like, I would hate it for his mouth. He's still riding the Nick Foles boy, so I would hate it for Malk's mouth, but I wouldn't be mad at it from an NFL standpoint.
I think they have the potential to win it all. I think that they have the potential to go far into the playoffs. I don't know if they will, get the ring, but I think that they're good enough to win a couple games.
Right.
Before they exit.
You think well, that's even worse, right? Because if you get past the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, you're knocking on the door of the NFC Championship.
Somebody got to knock on the door.
We're in the NFC Championship game.
We're in the NFC
That's not the third, is it? I thought it was the fourth.
The fourth is Super Bowl.
Ooh, you right.
Yeah.
I'm adding the extra week.
Right.
Sometimes they get that. They gonna get that first round bye game.
Right. Home court advantage.
Nah, that definitely could be y'all.
Y'all just just put points up, and their defense is gonna get it done. So that's all it really comes down to. Staying healthy. It's really gonna come down to staying healthy, honestly.
Right.
I mean, they bench ain't bad either, though.
But who's their back quarterback? Is he?
What's his name from the Jaguars?
Gardner Minshew.
Yep.
I still like him though.
Will come out.
I still like Minshew.
Magic.
I still like Minshew. I like Minshew.
But not no late playoff game.
Right.
I still like Minshew.
I don't know if he has the Nick Foles effect. You might have to
let me find out he Nick Foles 2.0. Let me find out. Wouldn't that be ignorant as fuck if the same shit happened?
Don't put that on Jalen Hurts like that.
Nah, I would want Jalen Hurts to get it all the way.
Juju.
But wouldn't that be ignorant if something happened and Jalen had to sit out and Minshew came in and pulled a Nick Foles 2.0?
You gotta buy some stage.
That's not gonna happen.
Bad juju.
It's not
I can't say a prayer.
Lord. Gardner, he gonna fumble. He gonna be scared, man.
Listen, I would put Gardner. I've been saying it. Give me Gardner over Carr.
Not with no undefeated team.
Give me Gardner over Carr.
He lacks consistency.
Who are we talking about? Derek Carr? Give me Gardner over Carr. Gardner's not scared to get it done with his feet. He'll really sling that bitch if he feels like he needs to. Only thing is, every now and then he doesn't make the best decisions. But once again, we're talking about Carr as the comparison.
I think Carr played.
He better off taking what's old dude play for the Commanders? Heineke?
Nah, Minshew's younger. He ain't got a shot. He hungry as fuck. Heineke been
got a shot. What are you talking about? He done got a shot.
This is just another vacation for Taylor.
Heineke got them boys winning games.
I'm still taking Minshew over Heineke.
I would take Heineke.
No.
Is he like 3-0?
And then at this point, let's keep it a buck. Like, these dumb motherfuckers, and I'm talking about my squad, the Las Vegas Raiders, chose to keep Carr over potentially Tom Brady. Why would it be beneficial to us to go with another fizzling out quarterback that we can only keep for a few years? It's best, since the way the record's going, to continue as is and hope that we get somebody out of this draft class, because this draft class is very, very, very quarterback heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It only makes sense. Even if we won the rest of the games, which we all know isn't about to happen, but even if we did, we would still have a good opportunity to get a decent quarterback out of that first round.
You would think so. But depending on who is making the decision
I agree.
for the quarterback, if they got a vision in mind that is Carr-like, they're just gonna pull in another Carr.
But see, I don't think that, and I'm glad you said that, right? I'm glad you said that. I don't think that's going to be the case because the game before last was the one where Josh McDaniels pulled Carr. And he put, what's the name in there? Stidham. Yeah, he put Stidham in
At
there.
what point?
Who started moving the ball. It was about halfway through the fourth quarter. Maybe a little more than halfway through.
But those stats that Carr had, he should have, I mean, you know.
Well,
He should have been over on the damn bench.
Right. Last week you had 106 yards total, and you put Stidham in more than halfway through the fourth, and Stidham put up 42 on a better percentage.
Oh, he
72. I'm sorry. He put up 72 yards on a better percentage with less time. Carr had a whole 3.5 quarters and was 25 yards more than your backup quarterback. I say all that to say that I think Josh McDaniels is saying, I'm sick of losing. He has a losing record as a coach in general. And Carr's not the guy I came over here to, lead. I need someone else. I don't think that he's going to be confident going into another season with Carr as a new coach who's already been in Mark Davis's office 2 times this season. It would be dumb for him to go with Carr again after all that. You a new coach? Like Gruden said, I don't want none of y'all that came in off the last coach. I'll do this myself. That's what we need out of Josh. I'm just hoping to see it happen.
Yep, me too.
And like I said, it's a lot of quarterbacks coming out this year. Like a lot of quarterbacks. I will almost want them to have a 9-10 middle of the pack selection, then have one of them early ones and make the wrong pick on the quarterback, because I can see the Raiders doing that.
I take
You said what?
Aaron Rodgers.
Come to Vegas. That's another fizzling out quarterback. And I love Aaron Rodgers. Don't get me wrong, but we can't afford that. Like, we're trying to rebuild ourselves. Why would we want another old guy?
You can afford it. You can afford to bring in Aaron Rodgers and have a young quarterback behind him, because
Yeah, that sounds good.
And what? Hope that we don't have another Jordan Love Jeopardy situation?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Let's be honest. You heard what Lil Wayne said. What Lil Wayne say, Malk?
Man, he said he want him gone.
Lil Wayne said, I don't know why we started the season with 12.
Right.
Wait, who is Lil Wayne a fan of?
Green Bay.
He
a diehard Green Bay fan.
Oh.
He said, I don't know why we started the season with 12. And now you're going to take him to worst decision-making Las Vegas? Like, it's starting to look like the Browns make better decisions than the Raiders going with the quarterback who couldn't even play the first 11 games. Like, that's wild to even imagine that the Browns could make a better decision going with Deshaun Watson and sitting him for 11 games over us thinking Carr's going to get us one if we bring his best friend and number 1, I don't give a fuck, number 1 wide receiver Devontae Adams in.
Okay.
I was waiting on one. Malk couldn't see me. I looked dead at him on the screen, too. He was down in his motherfucking phone.
A.J. Brown, number 2.
I mean, A.J. Brown is doing his motherfucking thing, Joe. He's doing his goddamn thing, Joe. But I said that. The motherfuckers played in high school together.
Man, A.J. Brown has always been a great wide receiver. He was just with somebody that had no idea of how to get him the ball. Ryan Tannehill could not get him the ball. Ryan Tannehill can't get his wide receivers the ball now. We don't even know who the wide receivers are for the Titans because he can't get them the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All you see is Derrick Henry on the offensive stats.
You right too, because I thought I had one, and then
Nope.
name just left my mouth.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like
Ooh.
we should be able to. There should be a wide receiver on that team that has scored twice in a game. Like we can't. You
Right.
can't even think of.
I agree with that. Yeah, and I guess it is Tannehill. But like Mark said, they all in the same Noah's Ark.
Mhm.
Tannehill, Heineke, Ryan, Fitzpatrick, Foles, all of them.
Yeah.
That's on TV. He don't even
Journeyman.
Listen, all of them.
Crazy.
But that's what that is. But yeah, that was a good win, even though it seemed like the Eagles 29, Texans 17, the game seemed a lot closer than the score portrays. It's a couple, like you said, there was a couple shaky moments in that game. Overall, Eagles prevailed, and that's the that's the true sign of a fighter, to deal with some shit, overcome. So I will give them P's on that. And that's what I will say. Ironically, Rocky Balboa, y'all may need to replace his statue with Jalen Hurts.
Mhm.
Since y'all definitely ain't gonna give it to Joe Frazier. Is it Joe Frazier? Not Joe Frazier.
Joe Lewis.
It's one of the Joes that's from Philly, and it's like, why the fuck ain't you bigging them up, but you big up a fictional character? But I say that to say, Jalen Hurts gonna replace that statue if they win that, and the only reason why I bring that up and why it mixes is because that's what Philly is in this year's NFL. Them motherfuckers are fighters.
After the Nick Foles one.
After the Nick Foles one,
Oh my God.
y'all put a statue up of Nick Foles?
Oh
My gosh.
it's just it's of the play, the Philly special. That's what
Oh,
it's
okay. Okay, I was about to say, if y'all put up a straight Nick Foles statue, I hope it's on the way out of the motherfucking stadium. And
Any type of Nick Foles.
you know what I'm saying? And he walking away. It ain't even facing the crowd. He walking with them. His statue blend in with the crowd of people walking out after the game.
He played great that Super Bowl run though.
You said what?
He played some good football in
He
that
did.
Super Bowl run.
He did. And every now and then, motherfuckers fall into the zone. And for some people, that zone only lasts one game. We'll see if Joe Mixon's zone is more than this just one game. And for some people, it's a few games.
Especially against them boys in the Super Bowl. You know we don't come out with the dub.
Right. That's what makes it even more impressive, is because you took the Patriots to do so.
And Tom Brady threw for 500 plus.
That's what's so impressive about it.
Yeah.
But he's
That
still on
trick
that arc, that quarterback arc. I don't care what nobody say. I guess Ravens Saints. Ravens 27, Saints 13. Wasn't really the best game out of Lamar Jackson, but
he got one to
Oh, here come Les.
ooh,
Les.
right on time. That motherfucker hurt us, didn't he?
Lester.
He said, Lamar, what? Ravens might be on to something. What?
Right.
And we might be Super Bowl bound, man.
He said Super Bowl bound.
Might be Super Bowl bound.
Y'all in a
And
position to shoot.
That's a lot.
Put your shirt on, Les.
And I'm in the car.
A lot of
in the
cappuccino.
We might be on the man. But anyway, I ain't gonna rude y'all. What was I saying?
Nah, you
going
came
on?
in right as we was talking about that Saints game. The first thing I said was it just wasn't the best game out of Lamar, but he
Or
still
Andy
got it
Dalton.
done. Yeah, either or, you know what I'm saying? But
Andy Dalton's washed, bro. He shouldn't be in the league, bro. He's been there.
I mean, I agree to an extent, but I also, like we talked about off air, Malk, I do think that it's a good time for Jameis Winston to watch. Watch a vet quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Put him in.
You said what?
You got to put him in because Jameis Winston, let me see how old he is.
He's about 32.
He ain't that old, is he?
No, 28.
Yeah, he ain't that old.
28. He's 28. You got to get him started.
Right, and I get that, right? But that's like we said, and like we talked about off air. I feel like he's also a vet quarterback, right? Jameis Winston is a vet quarterback, but the issue is the nigga came straight out of Florida State into Tampa Bay. Didn't even get to change his fucking cleats. Straight into the mix in Tampa Bay. Not one time did he ever get an opportunity to watch somebody who's been doing it longer and at points of the career better than him until now. So now everybody's wondering why ain't Jameis on the field. Well, you see him suited up in his gear, but he got the headset on the sidelines talking to the box upstairs. Now you get to ask questions. I know I'm better than him on my feet. I know I can throw the ball further, but he does make a few better decisions. Hey, coach, up top, why did he throw it out that way? Now he gets to sit and ask the questions, and because he's a veteran quarterback, it's not going to take a whole year like a rookie. He's already been in the game. He knows what to expect. Now we're just ironing out the wrinkles. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying watching an Andy Dalton for 3 games is going to make you the best quarterback. But I'm saying I guarantee you it's going to put him in a better position late game in the season. Only thing is, can you make it beyond the regular season with a 3-6 record?
No.
That's the only urgency of wanting to get him back. But if you're going to get Jameis back that throws for 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, let's keep Dalton in there. And look,
Good argument.
I could be wrong, but I'm saying I don't think that there is any hurt in letting a quarterback watch another quarterback that knows a little more than he does.
I like Taysom Hill at the quarterback spot.
That's what I was about to say.
I would put Dalton in over Hill.
I do not like him. They let him play last year.
Right.
That's what
awfully.
He was terrible. It's like good for like a gimmick, but when it comes to like
a gimmick is good.
I mean, because that's where he gets off. Like, okay, a play or two where you don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to run or is he going to throw? But if he's back there to throw, man, he is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
I think he just changed their team when him and AK are healthy. And they don't got Michael Thomas no more.
Right.
Like Jarvis is out. Like you can't. I don't know.
Because Michael Thomas didn't want to waste his legs on this season.
Michael Thomas has been just
that could be as well. How many games has Jarvis Landry played?
Yeah,
3.
He's played all but 2. 3.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't seen him
You
out there.
just don't notice. He had like 130 on fantasy, like 1.30. Like he ain't doing nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I've seen at least 3 Saints games this year.
He's missed a few games. He hasn't just been out there.
Yeah, maybe not all of them, like all the way through, but I have sat and watched 2 games that I recall sitting and watching. Don't remember seeing anything out of them.
Did y'all see that? The thing about the injury rate, the third-party investigation, talking about how on grass or turf the injury rates are still the same.
Wait, what? How? What?
All right. So there's an investigation done by a third party outside the NFL and the NFLPA that talked about that the people was complaining about turf and grass.
Right.
Well, the injury rates are the same. So motherfuckers talking about, turf or grass or this or that. It's come to find out that players get injured at the same rate regardless of turf or grass.
Well, we knew that.
So
we didn't need a third-party analyst to say shit's soft. These niggas is soft.
Well, I'm about to say we said a couple podcasts back that motherfuckers getting injured. I think it's just off season. Motherfuckers ain't training. They're not taking their body seriously, and then they're not playing no preseason. And then when they do play preseason,
I think it's
since they wasn't playing in the off season, getting rolled up on.
I think
I
it's
feel
just not taking hits. That's what I think it is at the end of the day. You got wide receivers diving on the ground like quarterbacks. You got running backs diving on the ground like quarterbacks to avoid contact. So when you do accidentally dive late or take an actual hit, your body's not prepared for it because you're too used to diving on the ground. Your elbows are taking the bulk of the punishment. My nigga, take a hit. Learn to take, absorb, keep moving. Barry Sanders was what, a 5'9" running back who got hit by the biggest ones and didn't go down, just bounced off, kept it moving.
Yeah, but he was a freakish athlete.
I'm just saying the way we play nowadays to avoid contact altogether is not going to help you when you take contact. Of course, once you take a hit, you're going to be laying there for a while, even though nothing's wrong with your bitch ass. You just need to catch your breath, get your wind back, get your head up under you. Because you never took a hit. This shit's weird. Like, how can you play a gladiator sport, but you don't never take blows?
Prima donnas.
I mean, that's what this is, though. That's what football is, right? A gladiator sport.
Mm-hmm.
Since when did gladiators dive out of the ring to avoid a sword being swung? That was a dead gladiator is what that was.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like we said a couple podcasts ago, though, a lot of players getting hurt left and right. Like,
they avoid contact. Lean into it. Like we said, something that might have been off pod too. Sometimes going full throttle, balls to the wall, is the safest way to play.
Dudes trying to avoid helmet to helmet contact. They trying to just. It's crazy.
Listen, and I get it. Like, nobody wants helmet to helmet. Well, when I played, I liked helmet. That was what we did that as practice. Heads up is what we called it. That was a drill that we did. And I'm not saying it was good, but at the same time, motherfuckers wasn't getting hurt like that.
The helmets used to look beat up.
Man, that was a sign of how. That's what these kids will never understand. That when you went to a game, that's the first thing you did when you looked at the opposing team is whose helmet is the most beat up. Now that's the motherfucker right there that I need to watch out for.
Number on your jersey, not even on your jersey no more. You beat up. That's how it was back then. You got your opposing team's helmet color on your helmet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't see that nowadays.
That was the best way to put it. The war scars, when you counted them after the game and you saw somebody's face mask smudge all across the back of your helmet, you knew you laid something on that motherfucker.
Had to use your backup's helmet because you couldn't even use yours.
Listen. Miss them days.
Man.
And
Get hit right in the chin strap. Now they playing that on. Nowadays,
once again, late injuries. And listen, I played in the days where they didn't have the what's it called joint.
The cushion,
the Gildan or whatever. You remember they made the one that had the plastic over it. It was like foam.
The white.
I just had the panties on my chin. You know what I'm talking about? That panty chin strap where it was just cloth right here. Man, good old days. But now we got motherfuckers investigating. We got social.
They don't even got to use their mouth. I see Stephon Diggs never got his mouthpiece in. It was like always a thing. Like
nobody does. It just hangs down, and that's what I'm saying. Right. If we got back to a point where hits happen, motherfuckers would put that mouthpiece in. Okay. That's how you know the game we playing is soft. These niggas is like, I don't even need it, coach.
I don't even need it. That's crazy. I thought about that too. Like they don't even wear mouthpieces no more.
They don't wear knee pads anymore. You see that the new pants stop at the thigh. They don't even go
Man.
down to the knee. Because now it's illegal for you to shoot low. So if I can't shoot low at your ankles or your knees or your legs, and I can't shoot high at your head and your shoulders, where the fuck do you, how would you like me to pick him up and place him on the ground for you?
You can't even do that. You can't pick them up and slam them, kind of like they gonna throw the flag, kind of like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's getting to a point where this isn't even the sport that we're so familiar with, that we're used to.
Man,
That's
But-
why the viewership is down. That's why viewership is down. That's why I'd rather see a rugby game. You know what I mean? There ain't no pads, ain't no helmet. They got the little air muffs, but that's it.
Take
man.
it out. Take them out. Do the NFL like that. Take them out. If you're that worried about it, take them out. Take all the pads out. I bet motherfuckers
Yeah.
would play a little differently then, and it would be for the benefit, especially if we're not going to get no hits, no crunches. If I'm not going to hear no pad smack, take the pads off. Let's raw
Yeah.
dog it. You know what I'm saying? Can't feel nothing anyway. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just
Hey.
playing.
Wow.
See, y'all crazy. I was talking about football.
Yeah, bro. This trigger words, bro. That's one of them. Like, hold on, what? Somebody listen to the podcast right now. Like, what did you just say?
Well, run it
They
back.
over there.
Where's it? Germany? They in Germany like, yes.
Listen, well, in Germany, wherever Sweden, I advise you to use latex or sheepskin. But
No, go.
but
That's just funny.
I-
But yeah,
I
Saints
will
game
say-
was a good game.
yeah, I
Yeah,
will
go
say
ahead.
that. I didn't mean to cut you off. You brought it back right at the right time. We right on it. I will say Kenyon Drake been balling for y'all.
Please stop.
He has.
He's gonna get.
I mean,
He hadn't. His stats don't reflect what he's done for the team. He already got what, 4 touchdowns?
something like that. He
who
going
y'all
number.
play next week?
The Ravens.
We on a bye right
Yeah,
now.
they are on a bye.
Okay.
On a
Well,
bye.
listen. When y'all come back from the bye, they gonna have Kenyon Drake figured out.
I don't think we really
I doubt-
can
I
figure
doubt
him
it.
out.
I doubt it.
Cause he's one of them C+ Christian McCaffreys. Like where you can have him just straight up line up and run the ball, but most likely he's gonna be going in motion out for the pass and shit.
on the screens.
Right.
Yeah.
His number's 17. You know they using him in the slot. And
Yeah, he
nobody
does
knows
line up.
him. They like, who the fuck is 17? Oh yeah, I forgot they got Kenyon Drake. Too late. He just hit that flag. He's over there.
Nah, he's doing work. I mean, Gus Edwards, you got Gus out, you got Mark Andrews out, you got Justice Hill always banged up, you got JK on IR. I mean, the
Dude,
team is
hurt.
the team. Who?
What's Duvernay? Is that his name?
Nah, he in there. Yeah.
He got a little
Oh,
banged up from last game.
Bateman. You got Bateman out, right?
Yeah, Bateman's out too. So half the offense out, and we still getting dubs. So at the end of the day,
That's
and-
Lamar.
I mean, he
No,
is a
it's
team. I mean,
That's the man y'all didn't pay.
Right.
no, well, okay, we didn't pay him as of right now, but I don't mean that that's not going to change.
As of right now, it was in negotiation before the season started.
I mean, the money was on the table. It's. I mean, at the end of the day, right?
He gonna
Lamar's
hit y'all
gambling.
with the what was it? Yesterday's price is
Listen, you
today's
hear
price.
me? You hear me? And after what he's
gonna
done
hit
so
y'all
far this
some-
season,
serious.
Said he's gonna get paid.
they gonna run him out the door because they probably not gonna be ready for what he asking for. Because it's like I asked this for y'all last. I proved that I could do without. Y'all still don't want to give me this number.
I think they know what they
Nah.
know what they're about to ask for.
Nah, he's gonna get paid. It's one. You got to look at. We got no cap space, so we're gonna be in a negative cap potentially. Okay, if we sign him to too big of a deal that he wants, we can't give him a Deshaun Watson. That's a fact. If we do that, we can't even have negative cap space. That means you got to cut people.
And that's what's
players.
crazy, right? That's what's crazy is because he's worth more.
So then, do you guys think that he is going to accept less,
right,
because of your cap
after he paid more,
or is he going to go somewhere where he can get his money?
Right.
No, it's not that. He'll stay in Baltimore. It's just they're going to have to do more of an Aaron Donald type deal. Aaron Donald got a lot of money on the front end, so like they're gonna have to give him like a crazy signing bonus, which will come out of pocket, and then they're gonna have to structure his deal in a weird way where he can stay under the cap, because Mark Andrews is gonna have to get his extension too, at some point. You know what I mean? And you got other players that are showing out, such as like Duvernay or somebody who's gonna get extensions, and what is it, Roquan Smith? I don't know the structure of his deal, but I know they're going to extend him at some point because he's still young too. He's in his 5th final year of his rookie deal. So you got all of that, and you got he's balling out already. He just got there, so there's too many Patrick McQueen. I mean, you got too many guys that's just going to get paid one day. I mean, it's Baltimore. They need to raise the cap. I mean, they need to get rid of it, honestly. But whatever.
Y'all gonna let Marcus Peters go?
Well, nah, he's old as hell, bro. We don't really need him for real to keep it cheap.
Arguing with the team at the end of the game, they gave up that touchdown.
Hey, why not treat Lamar like Patrick Mahomes?
I ain't gonna give him that type of money.
They'll probably.
But look how many years you stretch it out. You leaving yourself money.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You know the cap is increasing already. You know that.
But the whole thing with the Patrick Mahomes deal is this. That's an option on the table. That's one of their options. They're gonna have to sign him to a crazy deal for an amount of years, and they're gonna have to stretch that contract out, and they're gonna have to give him a lump sum up front so that they don't have to go against the cap so much as far as on the annual payroll. But the problem with stretching like a 14-year, $500 million deal is that signing bonus money. That owner is not trying to cough up like 150 after signing. He ain't trying to cough 150.
Well, if he ain't trying to cough up no big money, then Lamar gone.
Right.
Or they're going to franchise tag him. They're going to just try to franchise. They'll have to franchise, and then they're going to it'll probably go down like a Dak Prescott situation.
He would accept the franchise after he had tried to negotiate with y'all the year prior, did what he's done this year, and then get tagged and then want to stay in Baltimore?
Well, if they make a good faith on the negotiations, because I mean he's making 23.8 this year. If he gets franchise tagged, I'm pretty sure that's going to go to like 40 next year. So they're going to take a hit. So if they franchise tag him, which would be in the worst case scenario, he's gonna make bank for that year.
A good faith.
I mean, it's like in the off season, they got time to figure out shit. You know what I'm saying? So
they don't. See, that's the thing. Nah, you're thinking that they do as an organization. I feel like it's sand. It's grains of sand in an hourglass. Lamar Jackson is not going to allow this season to be over without a deal being made, whether publicly or privately, and allow them in the off season to negotiate what they're going to give him. Because I guarantee you what's going to happen is in the off season, while they're negotiating his contract, he's negotiating elsewhere as well.
Well, he wouldn't be an unrestricted free agent, so it wouldn't matter. They can match the offer anywhere he go.
I wouldn't accept a match. After what you did to me in Baltimore, after what you made me do, why would I accept your match?
You don't have to, but I'm just saying. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll work something out.
Y'all running him out. Mark my words, y'all running him out the door. Y'all doing a good job of it too. You know what I mean? Coach Mike. What's popping?
Hey,
what's going on?
What's going on? It is what it is, but we'll see what happens though. Saints game was a good game, and let's go be more. Speaking of the Bills, let's
yeah, we definitely about to hop into the Bills. But before we hop into them Bills, what I was about to say is, yeah. If y'all lose Lamar, Baltimore goes on a 3-year run of being the worst team in the NFL Why? Because they neglected the fact that he was that talented and got shit done. And,
And one of those seasons are winless.
ooh,
I doubt that. Because there's other teams out there that are teams that are worse than Baltimore. That are worse than Baltimore right now without Lamar Jackson.
like
if we took
Lions, they on the way up. Jags, they on the way up. Who?
Nah, I ain't saying that. Texans, for sure. Lions, that's a maybe. Definitely the Pittsburgh fucking Steelers.
Nah,
For damn sure. For damn sure.
I actually agree with that.
For damn sure, the
Okay.
Pittsburgh Steelers is they're not. We can list at least 4 or 5 teams. Like I can sit down and probably map out 4 or 5 teams. So we would get like lottery picks for sure, and we would probably get another franchise quarterback.
Oh no,
It
you
wouldn't be
right.
Lamar.
Okay, lottery
Lamar.
picks.
It would, but it would be somebody, and you get some wide receivers that actually can catch. Maybe not in the first round because first round busts are real, but maybe the second or third, and
Y'all
then build
gonna
our way up.
Y'all gonna be awful for at least 3 years, is what I'm gonna say.
That's a fact. But we ain't gonna be the dead last loser.
They'll bring Flacco back. It's fine.
I wouldn't doubt it either. That might actually be a very hot take.
I would not take no damn Flacco, but
Let him
we'll
throw the
see
ball
what happens.
58 times a game.
He's
Hell
like,
no.
you take him back.
I think I'm rocking with Mike on that. One. That's a good
Didn't he
one.
get you a ring?
Look, I'm not against Flacco, but I'm just saying Flacco's way past his prime.
He is
And when
past
he left
his prime. But if he came back as a veteering quarterback training up a young guy, you'd take
He
him.
can still throw
I don't want
60 passes a game, and he passed his prime. How many motherfucking past their prime quarterbacks' arm will hold up that well?
That's because he been on the bench for how many years? Though? How many years?
I'm just saying. We had the conversation based on the stats, and Zach Wilson's just now catching up. Based on the stats, if he had a decent defense, he may be able to do something.
I don't want an old ass Joe Flacco. We enjoyed the ride to the Super Bowl.
I
We
ain't trying to
appreciate
pay no young ass Lamar Jackson. So what's good with them Bills? Like Les said.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So here's the deal.
All right.
Here's the deal. Here's why I'm not pushing the panic button.
Okay. That's a good way to put it.
Milano hurt. Edmonds hurt. Hoyer hurt. Half the fucking defense is on the IR right now. So from that perspective, now, do I still think they should have beat the Jets? Yes, I do. They didn't. But do I think they still should have beat them? Yes. However, Russo out. These are 4 or 5 big name stars who aren't playing right now. And so if we can get those guys healthy this week, next week, the following week, I can take a string of losses here if we close out the season strong in the division.
Right.
What's painful to watch is to watch a team that is as good as the Bills is be 0-2 in the division for no good fucking reason other than injuries.
I mean, but at the same time, speaking of injuries, I know Josh Allen is questionable for this Sunday against the Vikings.
Here's the deal. I would actually rather us sit everybody that's injured and take the L with the Vikings than play them and not let them get healthy.
Right.
I would actually be okay taking the L against the Vikings because what does that do to us? It doesn't do jack shit.
Right. That's the
We
NFC
go from
team
being
anyway.
go from 5-2 to 5-3, like
Right. You're
still one of the top records in the league.
You're
We'll be
currently
6-3.
6-2, so you'd be right 6-3.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's where I'm
Still
not
in
pushing.
a good spot.
I'm not pushing the panic button yet. I actually think that we should rest guys the next week or two. I got to remember who we're playing after the Vikings, but rest for this week and maybe the following week and gear up for those multiple rounds of division games for the end of the season.
Right. No, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I do say that that game was just concerning from Josh. He
made a bad mistake early, like starting off the game the way he did. That was
and
a
he
bad.
got in his head. You could tell he got in his head
He's
until
done
he
that.
ran that touchdown play. But even after he ran the touchdown play, you could see he was gearing up to take a run over going through progressions.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That was
And
wild.
so the Bills' offense has me a little worried right now, but there shouldn't be. Like,
I do think Hines was a good pickup.
I think he will be. I think he's not making an impact yet.
No, I don't. Right.
I think Cook and Singletary both did what they needed to do in that game. I think a lot of that game is, some of the decision making from Scott and just a bad game offensively. And we need to. I think what happens. Here's my take.
Right.
Because of the injuries on defense, I think we struggled against the run. Struggling against the run and the Jets running the ball shortened the game, which took us out of our rhythm, out of like being okay with throwing and having mistakes with interceptions and that kind of stuff, because there wasn't enough time on the clock because the ball was being run for us to like make some mistakes, but then get the ball back. And I think that's where we saw, I preach this in high school sport or in high school football all the time. Team that runs the ball better is going to win the game.
Right.
You control the clock, and that's what the Jets did well. They controlled the clock, and it kept the Bills' offense from being able to get into a rhythm.
Yeah, Michael Carter did all right. He was 12 attempts, 76 yards. I think he got a touchdown too. Yeah, he got a touchdown.
Buffalo, and it's specifically in that game, they have to produce more on the ground. You
just been their Achilles heel the last 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but there's not enough carries. I mean, Singletary, Cook 4.
Well, see,
the rest were Josh Allen.
Right.
Well, they give Isaiah McKenzie the ball on these fucking jet sweeps.
Yeah.
To fucking work, like, I don't know.
You're not Braxton Barrios.
Right.
I'm just saying. Listen,
where's
Braxton
Brian
Barrios,
Daboll?
He gets out of there for the Jets. Every time they run a sweep, he's getting yards. That motherfucker is so fucking fast to me. But what I was gonna say is what the fuck was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't either. I did have something to say. Yeah, no, I'm still rocking with Ivan Drago, but even he took a loss. Damn, I had something to say though.
Well, you can spin the block.
I'm gonna have to, boy, because I missed. It's 31 of my shots.
All I wanted to say about the Bills was to Coach Reggie, Coach Mike. What do you think? Let's just say in the worst case scenario, because I was thinking about this all day. Because First Take and them were talking their shit, of course. What do you think in the worst case scenario? Should they sit Josh Allen for like 4 weeks if he actually has that UCL injury? Or do you think he should try to run through it and possibly not be 100% in the postseason? What do you think they ought to do?
What's a UCL?
It's something with his like his
I know
elbow
he has
or
an
arm.
elbow injury. Is that what is a UCL? Okay, I didn't know that.
It's
probably
tear. It's a certain type of tear with it's like a ligament or something like that. Yeah.
Is it his throwing arm too?
Yeah, it is. It is his throwing arm, and the last I heard, it was sprained.
Here's the deal. The next 3 weeks, we play Minnesota, Cleveland, Detroit. I would sit fucking everybody.
Right.
For at least 2 out of those 3 weeks. Bring them back against Detroit and, kind of use that as their two.
Bring them back against Detroit.
The only reason I would is that I'd like for them to have a game under their belt before they get back to divisional.
Who do they play after Detroit?
Dolphins.
The Pats.
Oh, you got the Patriots?
Yeah, we've got Patriots, then Jets, then Dolphins again.
I'm early.
No, I agree then.
But it's rough though.
Muted this. I'm sorry, guys. What week y'all play the Browns?
The week before
11.
11-20.
Week 11.
Week 11? That's with Deshaun Watson back. He come back week 10, right?
He come back week 11.
Oh, fine. Have a fresh Deshaun Watson come back against the Bills.
No, he doesn't come back the first game. The first game is against the Texans. So y'all must be the game after.
We're 11-20, so not this. We're next week, not this Sunday.
Right.
The following Sunday.
But Lamar, I keep saying Deshaun Watson is set to start practice coming up this week. The start of Monday, I believe, is his first day back practicing with the squad.
Then he must be
cleared the week after.
I don't know if it's the week after.
But this is week 9. In week 11, he's scheduled to play.
Yeah, he can play. Oh,
well, no, I thought it was. He was suspended
week
11
12.
weeks, so he would be back
It'll be
week
week
12.
he doesn't come back until December 4th, so it won't.
Week 12.
Oh, okay. So
It'll
week
be
13.
when the Bills play the
Is it 13?
Browns. They'll be without him. He comes back December 4th. We play the Bills in 2 weeks, so yeah, you're free and clear.
I mean, but it doesn't matter. The fact that those aren't divisional games, I'm sitting my starters. I'm sitting the guys that are hurt for at least 2 out of the next 3 weeks.
Best thing you do, or worst thing you do in that situation, is bump the Browns up 1, and that doesn't affect you too much in the end game anyway.
Right. Because what we should be able to do, and if we can't do this, we don't deserve anything this season anyways. We should be able to run the table into the division in the back half of the season.
He's being smart because they play in the toughest division in the NFL.
Yeah.
You should be able to, but the thing is you said after the Lions, you have Pats, Jets, Dolphins.
Yep.
That Pats game is going to be a tough game back facing the number 1 defense in the league, first and foremost. That Jets game, if you don't have your revenge set in you, could be a very tough game as well, because I know the Jets are coming in like they lost.
Divisional games are going to be tough. Like I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if the Bills want to make a run this year, and up until the last 2 weeks, I think everybody thought that they were the hot team in the NFL.
Right.
I think that what would be smart is take these L's the next 2 weeks, rest up, and bring your A game back into the division. I think if you burn guys out or you keep guys those nagging injuries, you're not winning the division.
Yeah, no, and
what you need to do is win the division so that you don't have to worry about the wild cards, seeds, and those kind of things.
But I mean, even if that
bring teams to Buffalo in January to play in the first round,
or New England,
go from there.
Yeah, either one of those are advantageous to y'all. New England's not getting no fucking home seed.
Nope.
They're not getting no home seed. They still got some work to do before they turn it around. Mac Jones had a decent game, but he's not back.
He ain't really got nobody to throw it to right now.
So is the AFC East up for grabs? Or
It is.
Oh,
it is. No, it is.
It is.
Bills, Jets, and Dolphins. That's also why, though, like whoever comes out of the East,
They're probably going to be the number 1 seed.
I do think that they're still in there. They might end up even being the best conference out of the NFL currently.
They're the best division.
That's what I meant. Division, not conference.
They are. Hands down.
I don't know if I say that though.
What other division at this point in the NFL are battling with winning records?
The NFC East.
Right. They are, but I wasn't even counting them, to be honest.
I mean,
Cowboys and Eagles with that too.
If you look at competitiveness within the division, and
you have to put them up
the best
there.
records, it's the AFC East and the NFC East.
But them motherfuckers,
though, that win those 2 divisions are probably favorites to meet in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I agree
with that as well.
I agree.
I also think it's a toss-up. I also think that the AFC in particular is a toss-up right now.
Right, as a
Yeah.
whole, because I don't care how good you are, right? You still gotta play against Andy Reid in the playoffs.
Yeah, you still
And I
have
say Andy Reid other than the team, right? Because Andy Reid knows the playoff. I know what they're gonna want to do. I know what's gonna happen. That's a tough.
He's an offensive genius too.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Titans, Ravens, and who's coming out? It'll probably be two teams from the AFC East
I
that
can
come out.
see the
wild
Eagles.
card.
I can see the Eagles getting there, but I'm just concerned, like if they run into
Minnesota.
that would be a concern. That would be a big concern.
You already beat Minnesota.
But that's different though.
Hell, let them bump with Dallas.
I was about to
Dallas
say,
is a little more even. That's a little more even of a fight, I would say. I'm not saying that Minnesota as a team is a better fight. I'm just incorporating the playoff minds. Minnesota's been there. They've done that.
the AFC East and the NFC East are both going to have two teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I can see
Rest
that.
of the rest of the divisions in the NFL are pretty well locked down.
If not 3.
I agree with that.
Got the
You said if not
Seahawks on
3.
Yeah, it's possible. It's
It's
possible.
possible. It's a stretch though because they have to beat each other up a little bit. So
Yeah. Yeah.
but you could easily see you will see two teams from the AFC East and the NFC East in the playoffs.
Worst
Yeah.
case, I mean, I could see 3 because I remember the one year they were talking about the AFC North, how every team, Cincinnati, Cleveland, and or what combination or Pittsburgh or Baltimore, one of them, where they all were kind of like
It was
fighting.
Pittsburgh. Don't act like. Don't try to give your team props.
Of my team.
But continue.
Yeah, but nah. So I mean, it's possible, especially with the NFC East. I mean, Dallas can sneak in. The Giants is running hot, and then and it's possible. I mean, them Commanders are struggling though. I don't know about them, but everybody else. I mean, AFC. I can see Miami. I can see a Buffalo, and I can see the.
I'm looking at the current standings, and this is still relatively early in the season. Like we're at the halfway point, right? But outside of the NFC South, the
Right.
division leaders have at least a 2-game lead on everybody.
Right.
Outside of the NFC South, the two at the top of the division have losing records right now.
Right. Right.
So you will see two teams out of the East on both the AFC and NFC side. The question is going to be that third team. But I think, again, coming back to whoever wins those two divisions have got to be favorites to make it deep in the playoffs.
Agreed.
No, I agree with
The problem will come is when you have teams meeting for the third time. Let's say the Bills and the Dolphins both make it. That game gets real interesting for that third meeting because those third meetings are always interesting games.
Well, if it's in Buffalo, y'all got a good shot because y'all's wind blows hard and it's going to be late in the season. And I don't know if Tua's head can handle it.
But I almost wonder if Miami's got a better run game than we do because that's where Buffalo has struggled at home with their own run game.
That's what I was going to say when I lost my train of thought when we was talking about the Buffalo game. I said that Raheem
Naheem.
Mm-hmm.
Naheem Hines. Yeah, but that was a good pick, right? And I said I seen in the game his potential. We knew he wasn't going to have that playbook down to be able to be in there last game to the point that Buffalo even announced, I think Josh Allen was the one that said it, we have plays specifically set up.
Plays and he'll
Right. Right. And it seemed like those plays that he did receive the ball, he had positive outcomes on. So I can only imagine as the season goes on, it's a potential for
Oh, guess what? You
A
rest Josh
three-headed-
Allen. You rest Josh Allen the next 2 weeks.
He'll get going.
You're going to get a heavy dose of run game, and we're going to see who's going to come to the top out of those three.
Gotta run heavy. Have to
listen,
get going.
So Singletary's gonna need to have about 20 carries. Hines gonna have about 15 carries, and then whoever your other third string would be. gonna happen.
what's his name?
Cook.
Yeah.
Don't you got Robinson?
Who?
Man.
Who was the guy that the Jags had traded? That James Robinson?
He went to the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, you thinking Jets?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Uh-huh.
I was about to say that'd have been crazy. If y'all had
No.
I'd have been nuts. Okay, yeah. All right, well then shit. So yeah, all right. So then my answer to my question was okay, Josh Allen sits for 2 to 3 weeks. Let y'all run y'all game, maybe take a couple L's, get y'all bench warmed up, and then just ride out the season.
Really, we got to get the defense healthy. That's
if the Bills are rejuvenated by what we say week 12, they win the Super Bowl.
Potentially.
Hands down, win the Super Bowl. If the Bills are healthy going into the back half of the season, aside from a catastrophic situation, they win the Super Bowl.
They've still got a tough division road.
They're a contender.
I'm calling it right now. Bills win the Super Bowl if once again, if by week 12 they have, it sound like what, 6, including Josh Allen, 7. If they have 6 of those 7 back by week 12, healthy, not just back like rushing themselves back.
I mean, we've got 6 on the defense starters that are questionable right now, including both of our middle linebackers and one of the 2 safeties that's still playing. Like Poyer being hurt.
Yeah, well, what's the name is not coming back at all. Yeah.
No, but Poyer will. But again, like we have 6 starters out on defense right now.
I don't know, Buffalo.
I know y'all's practice squad is eating.
I mean, they already make up half the starters in the secondary. So
Nigga, we made it.
I wouldn't be. You're gonna see linebackers come up from the practice squad, and that's what scares me. Because it took us forever to find the combo of Edmonds and Milano to be as good as they are.
I wouldn't be as down on that as I think you are, for the simple fact that it's still the practice squad. And I know what the practice squad means to, I don't even want to say the casual fan, but I'm saying when you're on a practice squad going up against Josh Allen and them.
That's fair.
Defensively, I would say you're a lot more ready than a lot of other practice squads. I will almost argue. Even though in the run too, this motherfucker running. Well, they probably used to two-hand touch
jersey on practice, right?
Y'all gonna bring in linebackers that come in and just tag somebody on the shoulder pads and think the play's over. No, he doesn't have a red shirt on today, sir. But that may be all you need to do to Tua. I'm done. I'll leave him alone now. I promise.
Cliff, why did the Raiders release Jonathan Abram?
I didn't know that.
You know what? Because I think that he is Jello Ball. I think that he's Jello Ball. I think he's an undersized linebacker. He's not a safety. And I think that's why we can't really get our defense together like we need to, because Moore can't do it by himself. Trayvon Moore can't do it by himself as safety if Abrams ain't going to help. If Abrams is going to bite on the run every time, then essentially what you have is an extra linebacker on the field. And then aside from that, injury, production. Don't get me wrong, I like Jonathan Abrams because he cracks. But outside of that, you're not beneficial to the organization.
Well, the Packers must feel otherwise because they claimed him off waivers as soon as y'all released him.
That's a smart pick for the Packers. That's a smart pick for the Packers. I can actually see him becoming on the Packers, not in the same production, but as far as getting the defense riled up as a Minkah Fitzpatrick.
So again, it's number 4's fault.
Yep. Sure is. Sure is, because Abrams wouldn't have came into the game playing like that if he knew that number 4 wasn't going to be able to get passes off. I'm not going to risk coverage and go for the tackle if I knew that you was going to be 4 and out on offense. You feel what I'm saying? So, once again, number 4. And Coach Mike, we don't say his name on this podcast anymore. He's now the unidentified player in Madden who didn't even have a generic picture. It was just a shadow, a black outline.
Silhouette.
Right, like he was in witness protection or some shit. That's number 4 from now on.
All right, let's get to these pickups.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that and we out. Oh, I have one more question before we do though. In reference to the Vikings-Buffalo game, linebacker Jordan Hicks said that this is the opportunity to show that the Vikings are real.
It's not, though, because the Bills are going to be sitting half their starters.
And that's exactly what my question is even if... Well, nah, fuck if. Well, yeah, even Josh Allen. Without Josh Allen, do you prove anything by getting that win?
You don't. You don't. Now, the question will be is if the Bills do sit folks or not. I think McDermott, based on what I saw from him early in the season and sitting guys in the third quarter or the fourth quarter, like, I wouldn't be surprised if when we sit these folks, if we play them, I start to get nervous about the rest of this.
I definitely think you should sit them if the Vikings are feeling that hungry.
Right.
You don't want them to get...
we don't gain anything from that.
Right.
Win.
Right. No, I agree. I agree. So I agree with that. So let's move on.
Quarterback.
That's a good question. I was wondering.
At Barkley.
Who?
At Barkley.
We had him.
Out of where?
From USC.
USC.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought.
We had him back in the day.
I'm glad I got Singletary on my fantasy. Run the ball,
That's exactly what I thought. Okay, all right.
Run the ball.
So y'all don't have a backup quarterback, is what you're telling me.
I love it.
I feel like Matt Barkley could throw the ball like 30 times and we'd be okay.
Right.
But fumble.
But fumble.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's get into these pickups here. So let's start with the Thursday night game, Panthers-Falcons.
Trash.
Is that your toss-up game? Is that your toss-up game?
I got 2 of them this week because there are the Pats and the Browns that are both on buys. Not the Browns.
Ravens.
The Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Falcons by 4.
I'm gonna go Falcons 20. Falcons 20.
Woo! CTO one.
Let's say Falcons 6.
Damn, Malk, I need to start saying my shit before you do.
You say PJ Walker out there.
Falcons 7.
It don't even matter.
Nah, you got Baker Mayfield now, man.
Got Falcons 7.
You got my Falcons 5?
No, I didn't hear you say that. Okay, Falcons 5. Motherfuckers, Price is right and right.
Falcons by 12.
Baker Mayfield out there, 2 picks for sure.
Okay. Next game, interesting. Browns-Dolphins.
Dolphins 14.
Browns coming off a rest week.
Malk said Dolphins 14.
I'm gonna go Brownies by 10.
Okay, Browns 10 for CT.
Dolphins 10.
I feel like it's gonna be a test for them boys this week.
I agree with you, CT, but I don't go with the Browns. I'm going with the Dolphins 6. Yeah, I don't think it's more than 2 field goals.
Bless you, Q.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll do Dolphins 8.
Dolphins 14.
Okay. And then Q, what you got? Dolphins 21.
Ah, man, it ain't that simple. Take Miami 9.
Okay. All right. Next game, we got Vikings Bills.
Is
Wow,
it
it's still
official
fresh in our
that,
mind.
is it official that Josh Allen's not playing?
No, none of it is official. This is what I think we should do.
Vikings by 10.
Where are they?
They're in Buffalo.
Mm.
I think we should hold off this pick'ems until Sunday morning.
Till the
Yeah.
injury report comes out.
Yeah.
What
I'm gonna
kind of
say
fun would that
Buffalo.
be?
Buffalo by 3.
Because Matt Barkley, whatever his name is, Cuz is
He
going to
said
throw.
barley.
Yeah, Cuz is going to
By
Oh,
13.
beer, cuz.
throw. That's all facts.
You said what, CT?
Vikings 13.
Mm.
Vikings by 7.
Mm.
That's with the assumption if folks sit. So I'm going to go with we should be sitting them, and I'm going to say Vikings 7. If half of those starters on defense play, I think it's Bills by 3. But
Wait, hold on, I might change my. Has he been practicing this week?
no.
Mm-mm.
Okay, then let me go Minnesota by 3. No, actually, make it Minnesota by 10.
10? Okay.
Mhm.
Vikings 12.
You said 10? Okay.
No, 12.
No, I'm talking about Brett. You said Vikings 12. I got you. Okay.
Oh.
And then me, I am leaning towards the Vikings. Because I think even if Josh Allen or whomever does play, if you're not getting them at 100%, these motherfuckers is hungry.
Yeah, they are. They was on that plane going crazy.
And I feel like the Bills will figure it out at this point.
We'll see. Sidebar.
I'm
On the
going
Vikings.
8. Vikings 8.
No, Davis touchdown for 90 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, give me Bills by 1.
I like that.
he could have just took the tie.
No.
I like that.
Bills will figure it out.
All right, next game we got Colts Raiders.
Can we skip over this one?
Raiders by 12.
And if the Raiders can't beat them, boy, Raiders 14.
Raiders playing who?
The Colts.
This is one that I actually really
I'm
like.
going. What?
This is really a tie. I'm gonna go tie. Like I'm dead ass. This is a tie.
Listen,
I'm
if they
going-
do tie though, that would be infuriating. Like
No, it ain't.
that's worse than losing.
Colts by 1. I'm done picking the Raiders.
Right. I'm going. I do feel the same way, but I'm going Raiders 3 on this one.
I'm taking the
No,
Colts
I'm going
3.
Raiders 6.
Man, y'all disrespecting the Raiders.
I'm
Oh,
going Raiders
man.
6.
Colts by 3. Devontae Adams still scores 3 touchdowns.
Jeff Saturday debut.
You're
Ooh.
fucking trash.
Jeff Saturday gonna get his first. Nah, he's gonna get his first L. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
he
with
is. Yeah, he is.
Raiders by.
Slater.
They should at least win by 17. Least.
Hell no. That fuck no.
Who?
Least.
Who? The Raiders?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I'm-
don't know. You
Straight on
going
that.
17? Raiders 17? Okay, all right.
I said Raiders 14.
I
Yeah.
know, but 17?
I'm gonna hop in the chat after.
Listen, if there is a team where y'all could do it, this would be the week.
True.
No,
You
it
think
ain't.
that? You think that about the Jaguars?
They was
No, I don't feel like that about the Jaguars. You mean when the Jaguars played the Colts?
No,
Or-
I'm saying when the Raiders played the Jaguars last week.
Oh, the Jaguars are much better than they appear.
No, they are, but not that good. I don't care what you say.
They're better. They're better than the Colts.
But they're not better than the Raiders to where the Raiders can blow a 17-point lead. The Raiders don't score in the second half. I haven't seen it. Has anybody seen the Raiders score in the second half? I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Has anybody seen the Raiders play football in the second half?
Listen, period. Period.
They had to.
And I know they have scored in the second half, but very rarely this year.
Well, shoot.
But not the Saints game.
We go up by 14 in the first.
Who you got? Not in the Saints game, not in the Jags game, not in the Cardinals game.
I got a tie, man.
You got a tie?
Yeah, man. It's the game for that.
Okay.
Here y'all go.
But there's
What's
already
the-
been one with the
what's the
Texans
score?
and
And the Colts.
what's
What's the
What's-
score on the tie?
what's the score on the tie?
Why are y'all making this mad?
What you mean the score?
13,
Why?
I mean,
13,
for this one-
13.
For this one, they both kind of, they could kind of score, but not really.
If it's a tie, it's 13-13, and both teams miss a fucking extra point.
I'd probably say like 17. I'd give them a little extra. I'd say like 17 apiece.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm going to bet the tie too. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm going to bet the tie. And CT, I'm going to hit you in the chat too. Your Raiders are not winning by 15, son. It's just not happening.
What
They
you
just-
mean you gonna bet the time?
No, I'm going to bet on the sports bet. I'm going to see what the payout is on the tie. I'm going to legit bet the tie.
For the
For the game. Yeah.
All right, next game we got.
Here's the dollar.
No, I'll put like 5 on there.
Next game we got Commanders Eagles.
Eagles by 17.
Eagles 21.
I got Eagles 13.
Eagles
Okay.
14.
Eagles 21.
Easy dubs. Easy
Red
dubs.
Eagles 14.
Yeah. I think they're gonna start off hot, go up quick, and then by the end they're gonna pull everybody. So
Eagles 20.
Eagles.
First win the 1 point. Coach.
And then who you got, Q?
I take Philly by 8.
Okay. Eagles 8. All right, next game. Oh, I guess we got 2 games. Other games. Lions Bears.
where are they?
They're in Chicago.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't think that's for the
I'm
Eagles.
going Lions. Lions 7.
Best
You ain't
team.
say that. You didn't say nothing for the Eagles, did you?
No, I got him by let's make it 17.
17. Eagles 17. And then we got Lions 7. I'm going Bears 8.
Bears by 10.
Bears 10.
Bears by 20.
Oh shit.
Mm.
The Bears. 13.
Lions and Bears. Damn. I already used my top for the week. I probably
Lions
should.
Lions and Bengals and Bears, oh my.
Damn. I already used my top for the week.
Make it a parlay.
Mm.
If you parlay off 2 ties, just those 2 bets alone off $5, you coming up 100,000.
Ain't coming up no 100.
I know, but shit.
I'm parlay it for the 5-piece. They both fucking trash. I'm gonna just go Bears.
You might
3.
actually. You said Bears 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bears 3. I like Justin Fields, and I like my homie Brisker. He from Pittsburgh, so I fuck with him. Number 9, the cornerback from Penn State.
Mm. Who you got, CT?
Who's playing? Bears.
Bears, Lions, Bears.
I got the Lions by 10.
Lions 10.
I like Williams.
Mm.
Yeah, come
This
in.
might be the first week where they get a lot of their players back. The Lions.
Yeah.
This might be the first week for 2 ties.
Listen, if it ever was one. Last game, which is another random. Seahawks Buccaneers.
Buccaneers by
Where are they?
They're in Tampa.
Mm.
You said
Seahawks
Buccaneers 6?
Seahawks.
Who's the underdog?
Oh,
Seahawks.
my
I
God.
said
Les,
Seahawks 10.
what's the spread on that game?
I don't
It's
know.
3.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who's supposed
3.
Who's supposed to
Bucks.
Bucks -3.
Mm-hmm.
They did that last week.
Yeah, they sure did. That was a tie.
Bucks been sneaking by is the thing. That's why I picked this one. Is because Bucks been sneaking by the last 3 weeks, and
I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
and the Seahawks have been, although they haven't been winning as much, they've been picking it up a bit.
I mean, the Seahawks are 6-3. The Bucks are
6-3.
They winning their division right now.
Yeah, they about to sneak into the playoffs.
They're going to be the
Yeah.
division. Going to be division.
Them and
know-
Atlanta about to
you know-
sneak into the playoffs.
Hey, Seattle by 5.
Seattle by 8.
I don't think they're gonna let Brady lose to Geno. So I'm gonna
Brady
say
ain't got no
Bucks.
offense right now.
Bucks
Seattle
by
5, Seattle 8,
Bucks by 10.
Bucks 10.
Bucks by 3.
That's crazy.
That's what I think. Either way, it's gonna be something close. I don't know who I'm
Wait,
leaning.
you didn't pick that Chargers Niners game? That's going to be a good game.
It is, but
I don't think so.
I don't think it's gonna be. I mean, we can add it. But I'm going Bucks 3.
Them Chargers been struggling, man. Your boy Hubert been having issues, man.
We can add it though. Let's add the. You said Chargers Niners. They playing at San Fran.
I got
Yeah.
number 7.
Niners. Chargers. I think they're gonna do well.
You said 49-7.
Mm-hmm.
No. Let me 49ers 10.
49ers 10. I'm going Chargers 10.
Chargers 6.
All right.
I'm going to go Niners. I'm going to go Niners 4.
He would pick a number that the team's name start with. That's gonna confuse the shit out of me, but it's all right. All right, who you got? Q and CT, and then we hitting the showers and we out this bitch.
Taking Chargers by 3.
And I got the Niners by 10.
Niners 10. All right, and we are good there. Who is our hit the showers for the week?
New Orleans Saints need to take Andy Dalton out. I don't care what Cliff says. Put that man Jameis back in. Let him work. He's 28. He's ready to get his feet wet. It's time.
Niggas' feet
Not his
been
feet
wet.
wet.
Motherfuckers
Yeah.
is pruned.
But you said this is different for him now. You said he's older. You said he's more mature. You said he was thrown right in, going into Tampa Bay. So let's see what he's got. He sat for a little bit. He's more mature. You know, start building him up. He's your future. Sit Andy down. Andy's time is, man.
I don't know if he's the future.
I mean, he's Mr. Right Now.
Hey, listen, we can't do no more right nows. No more right now, especially if they want to win. Oh no, not Andy Dalton. That's not your
What's
answer.
that? 21 and Drake.
You know, with Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got one. I got the LA Rams trying to call on Odell now that they've been losing. So I got the Rams. Odell, I feel like he's still gonna go to Buffalo or somewhere like that. So
No, did you guys see he put a list out of his top 4 teams?
Mm-hmm.
It was like
Wait, recently or back in the
Yeah.
day?
no, just today. I was gonna bring it up.
be active this week, I think.
Google it. He just dropped the team. He wants one of the teams was the Giants. I was surprised. He wants to go back and be a Giant.
Saquon and him
Because we're
to be.
winning.
What did I say? It'll be cool.
Was Buffalo one?
Ravens won.
Top 4 mentions for potential landing spots. Where Buffalo the Green, whether it's Green Bay, Cowboys, no.
It was like the Bills, Green Bay, the Giants, and it was another team. I can't remember.
Cowboys,
Probably Rams.
Rams.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not giving me a list. This is a long
It was
ass
on-
article.
I seen this on TV though.
It does look like it's a lot of mention of the Giants.
Buffalo, Green Bay, Kansas City,
In New York.
and the Rams.
Ram, yeah.
And also a potential in Baltimore.
We'll take them. We got Deshaun Jackson. We take over.
Kansas City, Green Bay, Rams, Buffalo.
John caught a
Man,
pass
that's
too.
crazy.
What I saw on TV had the Giants on there though. Am I tripping?
It was a lot of talk of him in the article I was looking at, but I'm not a buck. I don't know. But
Oh, maybe it was like could. Maybe these aren't his teams. Maybe these are teams that could possibly just land him.
let me think. Who's my hit the showers?
Not
Oh, I
Disney.
gotta give it to Brooklyn.
Is Brooklyn in the house?
Yeah, I gotta give it to Brooklyn. I gotta give it to the Brooklyn Nets for trying to bully my nigga Kyrie like that. Shouts to the Jason Williams video. I think he put it best in defending him.
He's always defending him.
You think? I don't know. I like what he did. In spite of what everybody else tried to do to him, I like Jason Williams' response to the whole situation. But yeah, I gotta give it to the Brooklyn Nets. They gotta hit the showers. That's crazy.
My hit the showers is a 2-part.
Not a 2-parter.
Sometimes it gets a little messy. My hit the showers is the goddamn Las Vegas Raiders, man. How many times are you going to be up this year and you're going to lose? You know, how many games are you going to be scoreless against the Saints? Got shut the fuck out. When are you guys going to get rid of fucking Carr? Like, it just, when is it?
23, 23 fingers, toes, and eyes.
They would have to have a real honest talk with themselves. I think that's what they've been missing.
Like, who? Like, I don't know. But yeah, the Raiders really hit them cold ones, man.
Yeah, I'm with that.
And the part B to that is
Carr, you hit him too. Stay in longer.
We weren't allowed to say his name.
Well, that one goes to David because you should have taught number 4 a little better.
Yeah, Carr hit the showers. All them hit the showers. And part B is, man, Baltimore. please just pay our fucking quarterback, please. Like, if you
That's
don't,
not gonna make him play no better.
if you don't pay him, this is giving me Pittsburgh vibes. If you don't want to pay these people, bruh, I really might not be a fan of the NFL anymore, man. So please just pay the people who's putting the most money in your pocket and winning you the goddamn games, man. Baltimore hit the shots.
I definitely agree with that one.
I'm going to add in, let's go with Kevin Wilson, the offensive coordinator for the Ohio State University. Only putting up 21 points on 1-7 unranked Northwestern. Hit the showers.
I ain't gonna lie.
Now, that being said, props to you, Northwestern. I love the nerd schools getting some wins. Let's do it.
Fuck y'all's nerd schools. I.e. Northwestern, Carnegie Mellon.
Actually, side note, pause. Carnegie Mellon is on the verge of doing something they haven't done since I was there. They're about to go 10-0 with a chance to tie our school record 11 wins, including a playoff win. So this is the last week. This is the last week of the regular season. Let me shout out the Tartans. Props to you guys for making it to 9-0. I'll be happy to see 10-0, but you win a playoff game, I'm gonna come whoop somebody's ass. Thank you.
I had some good times on that campus, so I can't be too upset. But fuck Northwestern, Carnegie Mellon,
Stanford,
Harvard. Throw Army and Navy in there as well.
Not the Carnegie Mellon that's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, correct?
That is the Tartans of Carnegie Mellon.
Kicked it up there.
God damn.
I almost burnt that bitch down if they'd have let me. There's nothing better than never mind.
All right, I gotta bounce.
Everybody hit them. Everybody provided.
No, Brett and CT and Q.
Well,
I don't have one.
I don't need to explain it, but the fucking Green Bay Packers.
What about it? Are you making them?
They just fucked up. You talking about a team who got 13 wins? How many consecutive years in a row? Looking good. Add a piece here or there, might get you over the hump. And what do?
Pull your love.
No, they let Nicolas Cage run the fucking show. Give him a lot of money. Now look what the fuck's going on.
Who is it?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
God damn it.
Letting Devontae go was their first fuck up.
Yeah, shit, all of it's fucked up.
Hey,
they let
you know what happened?
You let Valdez Scantling go. That was fucked up.
Where it all started to fall apart?
Nah.
Where did it all start to fall apart? With that franchise tag. Baltimore's running Lamar out.
Yeah, they doing the same thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You running him out. That's all.
He playing it differently though. He getting ready to get them. You know, he getting ready to get a couple playoff wins, and then he gonna be like, "F you."
Right.
Go find somebody that's gonna do what I did.
Listen. Who you got, C-Tizzle?
Indianapolis Colts, man. One of the worst franchises in the NFL right now. They got Jeff Saturday, they center as they coach now out of nowhere. So, yeah.
Ain't been hot since Johnny Unitas.
Hell
no. The Colts. The Baltimore Colts. No, I'm just playing.
And Hollywood Joe.
That's what they were, the Baltimore Colts.
Yeah.
But oh no, when you say you ain't got one, Britt.
There's a lot in the league.
I've had a lot going on.
You have. So I'll allow a tag in.
Who can I tag?
Me.
All right, tag Cliff.
Britt's hit the showers goes to Jizzy from the block.
Oh my God. No.
I knew she wouldn't say it, so I had to. But for all my showerheads, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to troll in this motherfucker. We'll be back next week, same time, same place.
Fuck the Raiders. They still suck. Ain't doing shit since '84.
Man, I should mute this easy street ass nigga right here. We out.
I put the Raiders with Green Bay. Like they're that like.